Boom, 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 boom.
He's
boom,
dancing
boom,
this morning.
boom. And I forgot my apron. Welcome to Talking Food. This is the awesome Andrew, and right here, Chef Carlo. We're gonna do something delicious today, and we're gonna make it in 29 minutes. We're gonna make it happen.
It's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be crazy. 3 things we're gonna make today. We're gonna make sauté cod. Very simple. I'm gonna show you how. We're gonna make Swiss chard, this leafy green that people are afraid to use, and it's so delicious. It is.
I don't doubt it. Hey, you converted me on kale, so.
And since the part of the chips, we're gonna take beautiful Yukon Gold potatoes, spiralize them. We're gonna spiralize them.
That's my fault. I wanted to put potatoes through the spiralizer.
I spiralize. I sound like Swats.
We played with it last week, and I had fun.
Oh, we're gonna spiralize stuff until the end of the semester.
Okay.
Okay. First thing we're gonna do, we need to get the potatoes started because we only have 29 minutes.
Right.
Now we spiralize some a little bit. Now let me show you again this gadget. It's called the
Spiralizer.
The spiralizer. It's really cool. You can pick that up on Amazon. And the most important is when you do your potato, get both sides flat. That way it gets better in the spiralizer.
In the spiralization process.
The spiralizer.
I remember I am left-handed.
So he's gonna start getting the potato spiralized. I'm gonna say that a million times.
You are.
People are gonna be like, stop saying that.
That was better than last week when you were confusing calamari with shrimp.
Oh my God, that was amazing.
That's hilarious.
You know you can put your hand underneath here.
I know I can put my hand wherever I want.
Oh,
But I'm more comfortable if I put it weird.
Excuse me.
I am more comfortable if I put it somewhere where I am going to like cut myself.
Okay, I'll take that. So, cod, very simple. We do use frozen cod. It's readily available year-round, and it's budget-friendly for our show.
That's true.
So one thing I do with the cod is I defrost it overnight. I let it sit in a perforated hot hotel pan so it can drain a lot of the water. A lot of the fish that you buy at the supermarket is being flash frozen. There's a lot of liquid. Then after that, this morning I put it in paper towels because I really want to get a crisp skin, a crisp fish. I don't have any skin on your cod, but if you don't absorb a lot of the water that it has inside, it will steam instead of saute. But Chef Carlo, why don't we dip the fish into flour or cornstarch? We're going healthy here. So I'm trying to make it without any added starches because I don't know if you look at the mountain of starch we have there already. Why not? It's a nice technique. So what I do is, thank you, sir. I will take my cod. And again, we're trying to keep it healthy here. Man, we run out of space quickly.
Well, I'm about to fix it.
It's okay. So I'm gonna brush my cod with oil. And then I'm gonna put in my nice hot sauté pan. Now, cod is about almost an inch thick. It's gonna take about a couple of minutes on each side. What I'm gonna do afterwards is I'm going to use the same pan that I'm going to sauté my cod. I'm going to use it to finish my Swiss chard. Why is that? Because I like the flavor of the cod and I don't mind it transferring it to my Swiss chard. So Andrew right here, what he's doing, let him know what you're doing, Andrew.
Well, we have completed our spiralized potatoes and they're beautiful. We've got a hot pan and we're going to put ridiculous amounts of potatoes in here, and it's just a little bit of oil. You don't want to overdo it. Just a little bit to get it started.
That looks good. Look at that.
And as we go along, we're going to add a little bit of water, and it's going to help steam it.
And
salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper.
You think I can get all these in here?
Shoot, yeah. Go for it.
Think so?
Yeah, we're going to
get a mountain of potatoes.
We're going to use that mountain of potato. Now crank up the heat on high.
Roger that. Going high.
Get on high. And then basically, we're gonna be able to, ooh, I like this gadget here. We're gonna be able to salt and pepper because the potatoes did not come seasoned from the store because we buy fresh potatoes. So what's gonna happen right now is the potatoes are gonna start creating a nice crisp skin, and at the same time, the
Give me the tongs.
tongue. I stole them. Sorry.
Awesome. All right. Go ahead, chef.
And you can actually use the tongue and the spoon.
Good idea.
Kind of toss it like a salad. There you go. We're trying to toss them like a salad. At the same time, we want to keep the stringiness on that potato. We are using Yukon Gold potatoes because they keep shape as they're low starch. They're low starch potato, and they will keep the shape of the potato. These are the potatoes that you want to use if you want to do like a salad, potato salad. You want to use a high starch, low moisture potato like the Yukon Golds. So I'm seasoning my cod, salt and pepper because it does not come seasoned. I'm gonna place it in my nice hot pan, and you can tell it's hot because you can hear that sound, that sizzling sound.
You got the sizzling. We got sizzle going on.
We got the sizzle. And yes, I'm using my hands with the fish because fish is really delicate, and I do not want to use my tongs on it. I am using also a non-stick pan because we don't want to use incredible amounts of oil.
That's right. This is healthy fish and chips, y'all.
Healthy fish and chips. If you did not catch the title.
What? Oh yes, the title, the beginning of the show, where it says healthy fish and chips.
Healthy fish and chips. We're keeping everything, the fat to the minimum. And don't get me wrong, I'm a great fan of fat. There are good fats and bad fats. Good fats are avocados, avocado oil, hazelnuts, nuts, nut butternuts, walnut oil, walnut butter. What do you mean walnut butter? Yes, you can make your own walnut butter on your KitchenAid. What's the fancy blender that we have in the kitchen?
KitchenAid.
No. The one that spins like 1,000,000 times per second.
Oh, I don't know. It's your kitchen, not mine.
I know. I'm having a moment here. And I forgot. It's called the Vitamix.
Oh, wow.
That is a blender. I don't care out there, and I can say the brand name. Vitamix is amazing. We have put them to the test. We have put a Vitamix and a Ninja, and Vitamix wins.
Every time?
So I usually make my, look at that. I usually make my my butternuts on the Vitamix. So Andy, what it's going to do is it's got the heat on high, and once in a while we're going to add just about a tablespoon of water. We want the steam to create, and the steam is going to help us cook the potato through. Right now there's about 3 or 4 inches of potato. If you're going to just cook it by heat, it's going to take a while before the heat from the outside reaches the center.
Yep.
But just by putting a little bit of water, it creates this beautiful steam that helps cook the potato through. Now, if you want to add any other kind of flavors right now into the potatoes, you can do so. You can add herbs, you can add garlic, you can add more salt and pepper.
Yes.
You can add any flavor that you want. If you add the garlic, I always suggest to add it halfway into the cooking process because you don't want the garlic to burn.
No.
Once the garlic burns, it becomes really bitter. It's not good. It's not good on your mouth. It's not a good eating thing.
No.
Now, Swiss chard. Talk about a moment. Give it a moment of Swiss chard. Swiss chard, the misunderstood veggie, the misunderstood green. I love Swiss chard. It comes in many colors. Most of the times the leaf will be green like we have on screen. And what's going to change is the veins inside. They'll be red, yellow, orange, or like in this case, it's going to be white. I usually leave this the stem in there But when it's like this big, we should remove it. And let me show you how to remove the stem of a Swiss chard, because it is really simple. You can do it by hand, just by simple folding your Swiss chard and pulling your stem backwards. Or it's a leaf, so fold it in half.
Do like collard greens.
Just like collard, yes, that's right. Just like collard greens. Stem removed. Now the stem is edible. If you collect a lot of stems of Swiss chard, you can chop them all together. Now it's going to have a different cooking time because the stem of the Swiss chard is a little bit woodier and bigger. This guy will cook in a couple of minutes. But Chef Carlo, I have taken Swiss chard and just cook it for like 3 hours. No.
No.
No. Swiss chard has a lot of chlorophyll. It's a good green. The longer you cook, it will die. The point of the Swiss chard is consume it, that it's barely cooked. Basically, Swiss chard, I cook it to the point that it just changes temperature. You do not want to kill all the beautiful protein, all the beautiful vitamins and all those minerals that are inside there. The more you cook your greens, the more they die. And yes, they're healthy, so you want to keep it healthy by trying to preserve a lot of the green stuff. You like cod?
I do.
Well, you better like it because there's a lot of it.
I do. I like cod quite a bit.
You better like it because there is a lot of cod. How's the potato?
They're looking good. Smelling good.
Now, we make it look easy. It's going to be ready in 29 minutes because we did our mise en place in advance. Mise en place, which means basically getting all the stuff you need in advance. But yes, that's how we make it happen. So I got also some red Swiss chard and orange Swiss chard. And what I'm going to do is I like to give it a rough chop. I'm not going to go super thin. I want to get chunks of chard about this size. There you go, right there. But Chef Carlo, we don't make it look like a 5-star Michelin restaurant. Nah, we cook food that is tasty. I'm not interested in a Michelin star. We just make delicious food. We do.
We do. Yeah, I'm not. I think the Michelin star thing was funny.
No, the Michelin stars are fun, and I have actually spoken to chefs that have earned a Michelin star,
right?
And their lives changes completely because after the Michelin star, now the pressure is on to keep and maintain that Michelin star.
Gotcha.
So before they used to have fun, do what they wanted, do what they want, and keep it. Put on the menu. And now, once they give you the Michelin star,
they're under scrutiny.
They're under scrutiny all the time. Then what's going to happen is you're going to have all those people that follow their Michelin star followers, that they will follow anything Michelin star and expect everything to be perfect all the time, like the way they saw it on the picture, which is the way that it should be. So it creates this really interesting new stress for the chef because it's gonna put them under pressure and scrutiny all the time. So a lot of chefs, some of them don't like to get Michelin stars, believe it or not.
I can understand that.
I can understand that.
If it changes you, it changes the nature of your business. Absolutely.
So hopefully you guys can see that nice crust that we have achieved with the hot pan. It's gonna be nice and crunchy on the outside and nice soft at the center. Usually this kind of fish takes about 5 minutes on the first side and then 3 minutes on the other side to be done completely. So, how do we test doneness of fish? I usually press on the fish and I can gauge by the springiness of the protein. If it springs back, it's ready. Now, cod is really a flaky fish. You have to be careful. Well, kind of all fish are flaky, but this guy will kind of like flake a little bit faster than their counterparts. Also, Of course, by using frozen fish, when fish is frozen, it doesn't add like it's fresh. The protein will get altered, ice crystals will form in there. I know I have some chefs like, why doesn't he use fresh fish? Budget. Why don't you send us some fresh fish? We'll cook it, sushi, sauté, we'll do a lot of beautiful things to it. Fish is ready, and there's gonna be a lot of fond down here. It's the browning of the fish. I'm gonna use that actually to flavor my Swiss chard. So I'm gonna do just a little bit of oil. We don't wanna put too much of it. Swiss chard goes in with a nice sizzle. That's a lot of sizzle.
That's a lot of sizzle.
Awesome. So again, I'm gonna have a little bit of oil in there. Okay, those potatoes should be almost ready.
They are.
You taste them?
Not yet.
Taste before you serve, my man.
Right.
Gotta always taste. Like I tell my students, always taste before.
Almost done.
Almost done. Perfect.
Thank you.
Always taste. Now, Swiss chards, I want to cook them really quick. Want to just wilt them. Now, to the Swiss chard, I am going to add a little bit of garlic.
Garlic!
Because it's delicious.
You know, on the show you used to say clarified butter. Now I just say garlic.
Because we are on a healthy kick. Otherwise, I'll be drowning this in mountains of clarified butter.
It'd be butter and capers.
Are you kidding me?
Lemon.
I got butter here. Look, I'm tempted. I got a bucket of butter.
Don't do it, chef. Don't do it. We'll hold you back.
Well, we're doing the whole healthy thing. So, trust me, I got a bucket of butter. I bet you Mats is watching right now. It's just like, do it, Chef Carlo. Do it. Add the garlic. I'm going to add the garlic. So right now I'm going to add just a little bit of garlic. Halfway into the cooking process. Now, how are we going to plate this bad boy?
On a plate, sir.
Oh, you're going to plate it?
I'm going to plate it on a plate.
On a plate. Fantastic. Look at that.
We made a little mess today.
So hold on. A little bit of garlic right on the bottom of the pan. So what I did here is I opened up a little hole, put the garlic there so it can start cooking. I let it cook a little bit there, and then, okay, my friend, why don't we put a line of potatoes right there?
One line of potatoes.
If we were at a club in Miami, that would mean something completely different. That's it. They are wilted. They are ready. I'll turn off my pan because I don't want to overcook them. And now we have lost substantial volume in there, but it's okay. Most greens will do that. They will lose substantial volume. Ooh, look at that, pretty. And we're going to plate. Hey, Chef Frank just went by. Look at that.
That looks great.
Now you get the responsibility.
No, you had to give me responsibility.
Come on. Choose the best fish and put it right on top. It's flaky, don't worry. Oh, we're going to destroy it in a moment. Oh, damn, look at that. Somebody's been paying attention to plating.
Boom.
Boom. And of course, I have extra virgin olive oil. It's one of my good favorite fats. And that's just because I'm Italian, I guess. But there's something about extra virgin olive oil just to finish the dish. It gives it that radioactive green deliciousness. A good olive oil should be bright and green. And
that looks amazing.
I know, not bad, huh?
Boom,
Healthy.
29 minutes. Actually, we still have 9 minutes left, so I
What?
guess we have to do a song and dance.
We have 9 minutes left? No way.
We do. We can kill the show anytime you're ready.
No, well, so
I'm
listen.
kind of hungry. I didn't eat dinner.
Oh,
last night.
you're
Yeah.
kind of hungry.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, listen. So that's the cod. Any questions you have about cod? Because we need to cook more fish in
Well,
this show.
the good thing is cod is strong enough to batter and fry if you choose to. We went the healthy route. We want to go for the healthy route. Now, you mentioned something last week when you and I were talking off the air, talking about flounder, that you can roll it. How do you do that? And I wish we had a way to explain it, but you know.
Well, we can do it on our next class.
Okay.
Next week.
Next class.
It's kind of like a
It
class.
is kind of like a class.
But flounder
I
is
learned.
super delicate, and I cringe when I see people trying to grill flounder. No, but actually flounder can be made so many different ways, so delicate. And actually, there's a preparation. You can roll the flounder with some flavors inside and then cook it, slow braise it, which we might have time next week because, as you can see, it cooks really fast.
Yeah, no doubt.
We are done. So if you have any questions about fish it's simple but tricky. Fish, one of the secrets is not to overcook it. The moment you overcook fish, you're actually extracting all the moisture out of it. It's almost like a well-done steak. I know there's people that love well-done steak. We don't say that we put in the industry, put your steak in the microwave and then we put it on the grill to finish it. That has never happened around here. No, that doesn't happen. Are you kidding me? In the industry? Never. Never. But the point of fish is always keep it. I know some people don't like raw fish. I'm not talking about not doing it raw. It's just do it medium to well done, like salmon. You will be pulling away all the moisture out of the fish and it'll become dry. So always try to undercook your fish, especially if it's gonna sit a little bit and then you're gonna use it for something else, always undercook it. And well, I guess flounder is gonna be next Tuesday.
Yeah, we'll shoot for some flounder next Tuesday.
If you have any questions about fish, shoot us an email, a comment, something like that. I'll try to answer the best I can. And once again, talking food, I'm hungry too.
I'm hungry. This is eating food.
This is eating food. This is breakfast.
This is a portion of the show where we go to eat.
Thank you very much. Thanks for watching. I hope we learned something. And give it a chance to Swiss chard. It's delicious. Give it a chance to curly potatoes. They're delicious.
Oh yeah.
Spiralizer, easiest way to find it is, it's right behind you. So I'm not pointing at it. I'm pointing at the spiralizer.
I am the spiralizer.
You are the spiralizer.
I need a cape. I'll bring cape next week.
We can arrange that. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next week.
See you guys.